Hey guys, decided to film some of this violin restoration. Obviously, step one is have a nice fire going. Um, definitely helps. So, I have a few tools here. I have my chisel set. I have a pair of channel locks. That was to help pull the bowstring out, strings out, get the bow hair out. So it was already cut when I purchased this violin with the plan to restore it. Already cut, so I went ahead, took it out the entire way. So it was cut really short as well, and this is my first violin restoration, so I didn't really know that it's best to try to keep the plugs. So since they were so embedded, had a few cracks in them, I just went ahead and shattered them, got them out. So I'm going to have to make new plugs for both the frog as well as the end. This piece is apparently called the frog. So little bit of damage here. This violin is probably, my guess is late 1800s. Original bow with it. So again, took out the frog plug there and the hair. So I've got my pieces here. I did manage to save the wedge, wooden wedge. So this I'm just going to reuse once I put that back in. So kind of going to walk you through a little bit of the process of what I've done so far. I've obviously opened up the violin. I've taken off the fretboard, fingerboard, I guess, since they don't have frets. And just kind of did a, I haven't done anything with the neck yet. I'm going to brush some water on this since the whole thing's held together with hide glue, like most instruments, especially older instruments, and hide glue is water soluble, so I'm just going to brush on some water. I have these little, I think they're called like acid brushes, little metal handled brushes. They were cheap from Harbor Freight. There was a pack of, I think 50 or 100 for like $3. So pretty cheap. Really nice. Got that sitting in a bowl of water. You can see bits of the hide glue at the bottom. So just I brushed. So once I popped this open, I brushed water around the edge, cleaned that up, got all the dried up old hide glue off. There's still a little bit left here. I'm gonna go ahead and go over again with some water. I just have to be careful because these joints here, as well as where this outside connects, that's also held with hide glue. So I don't want to get water dripping down there, which is going to cause this to separate. Actually, if you look, you can see a little bit of separation at the bottom here, which I'm going to touch up with some hide glue. So that's just natural from there. So yeah, gonna get this. This is new, fresh hide glue. I'm gonna have to clean that edge up. So I did touch up some pieces. This side was coming off, so glued and clamped it, got it nice and tight. And again, there's a little bit of space there. And if you can see that wiggling. I'm going to put some hide glue on that and squeeze that shut gently with some clamps. If you notice, if you look around the edge, it looks kind of wet. This is just hide glue that I put on last night. This may mess up the sound. This is the first instrument that I've attempted to restore. I love woodworking and things, so going ahead and just going to restore this. So I'm not really going for quality. I'm trying to do the best I can, but also I'm not too worried if I don't do something correctly. It was a purchase from a thrift store, so it's fine if I don't manage to actually do it correctly. But I'm trying my best. super thin layer of hide glue. It just changed the color, obviously, as you know, you look through it. So I don't think it will change the sound. Also, I made sure to just keep it along this edge here. But just to kind of water seal everything, well, not water, but just kind of seal in everything. Make sure it's nice and sturdy. These are actually old repairs. So there's a sticker on the inside from Adolph Spicker, dealer and repairer of Cincinnati, Ohio. And then I guess this is probably the name of the owner. This is a local address in the city of Cincinnati. It says repair here, and then it says 3/5/30. So I'm assuming March 5th, 1930 was when this was created. So, or I mean repaired. I'm sorry. So there is a large crack going down almost the entirety of the body. Starts about right here. It's a pretty bad crack. I'm going to again seal this up with some hide glue. Kind of clamp and close that. It was uneven, but I've squeezed it enough to where it is even now, and I'm just going to lightly sand it to get it smooth on the inside. Again, glue it up with hide glue. Maybe touch up the outside, but honestly, besides aesthetics, it doesn't really affect the violin at all. I don't believe. So it is lined up, even though you can see the crack. There isn't a lip. There's a couple high spots, maybe right here, but I can just work a little bit with that. Try to get that lined up as good as possible. I just don't want to destroy this finish. This is the original finish, and it's very nice. So don't want to destroy that by sanding at all. The where the tailpiece end piece goes in, a little bit of damage. Like I said, these are old repairs, and there are some old repairs on the top as well. So go ahead and I'll show you the top. So this is the top of the violin. There are some old repairs, obviously, here by the sound hole. These were done during that repair of in 1930. So a couple old pencil marks, which is pretty cool. They put this wooden bar in at that time as well to just brace this top, which is pretty cool. This is from me messing with it. So what I did on the top was, again, it's discolored around the edge. That's just because it's wet. I've taken that brushed on some water, started removing the hide glue. You can see it's pretty well caked on all around the edge, and it was even worse than this. But I've gotten a lot of it off. Just using my chisels to gently, not taking any wood off, because obviously I know that will affect the sound, but just gently scraping off the hide glue. So the thicker parts are a little bit more stubborn, so I've just got some water soaking around it. I'm going to take a gentle sponge and wipe off as much as I can from it. So this is where I'm at now. Once I get the glue off of this, I mean, the top is fine. There's no cracks or anything. There's that old repair, but I'm going to leave that. I did reinforce it a little bit with some new hide glue, thin layer, just because the older hide glue is old and brittle. I'm going to clean up the outside. It's a little dirty right around there. But again, I don't want to destroy this finish. I want to leave it how it is and just I'm restoring it to where it's playable again, but not like new. I want to keep that antique look. So you can see where the bridge sat. It actually didn't have a bridge on it when I purchased it, but I looked in the case and the bridge is actually in the case, but it's broken. So I'm going to have to get a new bridge. I'm not going to try to even fix it. So yeah, that's where we currently are with the restoration process. I know a lot of people are saying mix your own hide glue and use that. I bought Titebond hide glue. It is reversible bond, so it's water soluble, just like real hide glue made by me. People are saying, oh, it's easy, it's cheap, but I just don't want to deal with it. I've never made it before. I don't want to try to get the correct consistency or anything. And I trust Titebond. Like I said, again, I'm not going for, it's not a Stradivarius, it's a violin from a thrift store. I'm just trying to get it back to playability, and it's a fun little project. So, using that, got all my pieces there, and I'll go ahead and post another update a little later on once I get some more progress done. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.